In this video, I discuss 8 Social Security rules everybody should know. Coming up next on Holy Schmidt.
Holy Schmidt!
At any age as an adult, and particularly if you're approaching retirement, you need to have a solid grasp of the biggies of Social Security. This video will help give you that understanding, and the best part is that we'll move through the 8 rules of Social Security that everybody should know relatively quickly. And if you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button below so that other people can find it here on YouTube. And in exchange for this, here's a picture of my dog, Miles. Also, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you download a copy of my free Retirement Ready checklist. All you need to do is go to my website, holyschmidt.com/checklist, and it will be waiting for you there. This checklist is something I'm particularly proud of, first because I don't think there's anything out there like it, but also it puts the big issues on a single page, making it easier for you to think about the things you need to think about. All right, with that out of the way, let's go. Point number 1, the longer you wait, the more you receive. With Social Security and many assets like annuities, for example, you can have a smaller payment for a longer period of time or a larger payment for a lesser period of time. By waiting to collect Social Security, your payment goes up between 6 and 7% per year from age 63 to full retirement age, and from full retirement age to age 70, it's between 7 and 8% per year. Those numbers are on top of the inflation benefits that are in the program already. Also, if we're talking about the spousal benefit, it's important to note that there's no benefit to wait to claim past full retirement age. Point number 2, full retirement age is about more than just the increases. Let me explain. When I started talking about Social Security here on YouTube a few years ago, one of the commenters pointed out that they don't know why there is a distinction for full retirement age. Social Security could just as easily have said that at age 62, you receive 100% of your benefits, and at age 70, you receive 177% of your benefits, and that would be that. It would be easier to understand, and it would eliminate the overs and unders, as they said, referring to the fact that at full retirement age, you receive 100% of your benefit. To some degree, the commenter was correct, and frankly, the fact that full retirement age might be 66 and a half for one retiree, and his older brother or sister might have 66, and his younger brother or sister might have 67, makes the whole math around FRA somewhat confusing. Add to that the fact that there's a misalignment between Social Security and Medicare at age 65, and you can start to see why simplifying the language might be important to folks. But the distinction is important because there are other things that happen at full retirement age that go beyond what your Social Security payment is going to be. First, you can work and collect full Social Security benefits if you are at full retirement age or higher. We'll talk about working while collecting Social Security a little bit later in this video. Full retirement age is also important for ancillary benefits like the spousal benefit. The spouse can't receive more than 50% of the primary insured's Social Security payment at the primary insured's full retirement age. And for the spouse, the cap is at their own full retirement age, not age 70. There are other reasons why full retirement age is more than money, but just know that full retirement age is more than just receiving 100% of your Social Security payment. The next is working while collecting Social Security and knowing your earnings limit. The Social Security Administration has structured Social Security with curbs so that if you work and you earn past a certain dollar amount, you have to give some of your Social Security payment back, at least temporarily. If you're not in your full retirement age year, you have to give back $1 for every $2 you earn over this limit. In 2023, that limit is $21,240. If this is the year that you reach full retirement age, the limit rises to $56,520, and you have to give $1 back for every $3 you earn beyond this number. And as mentioned before, once you reach full retirement age, you can earn as much as you want, as much as others will allow you to earn anyway, and there is no clawback or give back. There are also first-year claiming rules that break down those annual numbers into monthly numbers so that if you retire mid-year or later in the year, you're not immediately in violation of this provision. I have other videos on working while collecting Social Security, and if you're interested, check out the link in the description below. The next rule is the 40 quarters of earnings rule. The Social Security Administration has a 40-quarter minimum requirement for you to collect Social Security. This is called a quarter of coverage rule. In order to collect Social Security, you have to work and achieve certain earnings minimums over 40 quarters during your lifetime. They don't need to be 40 consecutive quarters. They don't even need to be 4 quarters in a year. It's just 40 quarters over the time that you work. The numbers aren't hard to achieve in terms of earnings. For example, in 2023, 1 quarter of coverage is $1,640. You need to earn $1,640 during a quarter to get one of your 40 quarters of coverage. In the past, it was lower, and in the future, it will be higher. It goes up every year. A related rule is the 35 years of earnings rule. Earning 40 quarters of coverage doesn't in and of itself qualify you to get a large Social Security payment. You need 35 years of fairly reasonable earnings to get the larger end of the Social Security payment. When you're ready to file for Social Security, the SSA looks at your earnings history and takes your best 35 years of earnings in today's dollars and takes that number and divides it by 35. They then take that number and divide it by 12 and come up with your average indexed monthly earnings, your AIME. This is a very important starting point to determine your Social Security payment. Your AIME is fed through the Social Security formula called bend points to come up with your actual Social Security payment at full retirement age. The next point is that for many people, your Social Security payment is probably going to be taxed. There's a lot of confusion around this point because historically, in the distant past anyway, Social Security payments weren't taxed. But through legislation over the years, the SSA has come up with something called provisional income, and this is the number that they use to determine how much of your Social Security payment is going to be taxed. Provisional income is simply your gross income plus 1/2 of your Social Security payment plus interest income from municipal bonds, tax-free interest income from municipal bonds. If your provisional income exceeds certain thresholds, then up to 85% of your Social Security payment is subject to normal income tax. The next point is that your payroll is subject to a 6.2% Social Security tax. Let me explain. The way that you contribute to Social Security is through your payroll. You pay 6.2% of your earnings to Social Security, and your employer also pays 6.2% of your earnings to Social Security, so a total of 12.4%. This tax is on your first $160,200 of earnings. At least it will be in 2023. It was lower in 2022 and lower still in years before that. But for 2023, the amount that is taxable is your first $160,200. The last point is that the average Social Security payment in 2022 was $1,681. In 2023, it's $1,827. It's forecasted to be $1,827 anyway. This number is important if for no other reason than the people receiving this amount didn't give a lot of thought about how to maximize their Social Security payment. Some might have been told along the way that the longer they wait, the larger their payment. But many, for example, wouldn't know what the 35-year rule is, and certainly not how it's determined. My guess is that if you're someone who's watching this channel, you're far from average, and you're looking to get the best from Social Security in the future. If you like this channel and you want to see more of me, please make sure you click subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get alerted the next time I post a video. I post about twice a week. Also, don't forget to go to holyschmidt.com/checklist to download your free retirement ready checklist. This is Jeff Schmidt. Thanks for watching.